crime victims created, oh, this announcement went out the day after the election, November 7, 2012, by Roxanne Grinage. Can federal crime victims created by official corruption, fraud, civil rights violations hope in President Obama's second term? Yes, we can. Ezekiel and Ariel's grandma, Roxanne Grinage, will report full U.S. citizens controlled public docket database 2060 federal crime victims verified by standard access to claims intake assessment. And I guess this announces the series. Roxanne Grinage seeks reform funding chapters in each state to help federal crime victims of corruption, fraud, civil rights crime, because I need to pitch to the community leaders across this country who are already doing the work in the trenches, in community, being heroes anyway, who would do it anyway if we all became independently wealthy tomorrow. We would still be developing our communities, performing education by conversation, and worrying about rescuing children of all ages, past, present, and future generations, through reforming our government and innovating solutions to enrich U.S. economy, judicial accountability, education, prison, and public safety reform. And that is why I want to get these practice models out there, because it's going to bring in those authentic community leaders instead of me trying to identify them in my short, limited humanness intellect, right? They will, if the word gets out there, the people that are attracted to this idea will come forward, and together we will form bylaws. We will fill out the forms for the tax exemption for the IRS. We will be compliant on each state level and on each federal level, and there will be chapters represented in each state. Okay, God bless everybody. The description that I announced will be in the video of this, in the video description of this video. And real important is the headings that the U.S. Citizens Control Public Docket Database will insert what we're actually going to show, how we're assorting our data to report to the president and to layperson community people that are already working in the trenches. Heading 1 is the Federal Crime Victim Verified. That's the one of the 2060. U.S. Citizens Public Docket Database. Heading 2, the Predatory Bar Association Lawyers Verified. Those lawyers who actually broke even their bar association codes of conduct, the hurt of federal crime victims. Judicial negligence, malpractice, or corruption verified. That's heading 3. That's where we get the judge or a group of judges that acted negligently or actually committed malpractice of their state statute or a federal statute, or we have them connected on the take, taking bribes, kickbacks, money. All right, corruption. U.S. Citizens Control Public Docket Database. Heading 4, predatory physicians, psychologists, state licensed social workers verified. That's self-explanatory. U.S. Citizens Control Public Docket Database. Heading 5, predatory state agency employee misconduct verified. That's your person that's employed by somebody that CPS sent, or they're somehow, they might be called DHS, they might be called Orchard Children's Services in Michigan, they might be called anything. Children's, I'm not going to try to name them all now. They're the contractor who hired the employee, and the contractor is receiving money, federal funding. All right, that qualifies you to report that employee on the Department of Justice claim for damages caused by an employee of a federally funded agency. U.S. Citizens Control Public Docket Database. Heading 6, value of corruption diverted missing career contribution measure. We're going to see what those people that are missing, who their career contribution, what we really lost in our economy as a result of their contribution being unfairly embezzled, siphoned into disability, imprisonment, wrongful conviction, or wrongful death, disability, and personal injury. We're going to see what we're missing as a consumer audience and a global audience of people who are going to really benefit by those people's career contributions getting to market. Preservation of heritage, health, freedom. Heading 7. Preservation of heritage, health, and freedom, victim, family, surname on all sides will be publicly posted. Kidnapped for profit, injured children of all ages find our way home. Our children's names are being changed. Their identities are being stolen and being changed. They're being given new social security numbers, so that they can't even, they're being taken as newborns in the hospital and as infants. They can't remember who they should be looking for. So we're going to be putting the names of the illegal adoption parents, the people who got a hold of the children illegally through an illegal adoption or a forced adoption or a fraudulent adoption or a foster placement, an unwanted foster placement. We're going to be putting not only the names of their families that are looking for them, their surnames, we're going to put what their names used to be, and we're going to put the names of the people that got them. All right, and we're going to use our trackers to try and track every single time they mix and match them around like musical chairs, take them back and get another one. And they're being processed through other parts of the country, as Angela Barkli's children are, Hannah and Savannah. Okay, U.S. citizens control public docket database, heading 8. Community leaders, new civil rights heroes and experts identified whose experience in the trenches. Leaders, new civil rights heroes and experts identified whose experience in the trenches as champions of patriotism and innovators qualify us for nonprofit salary positions, growing services for federal crime victims in any combination of states or chapters. Higher Lyrics said it in 2001 on our practice model schematics. Higher Lyrics does not find jobs. Higher Lyrics creates jobs. That's another thing I'm certified expert for. Employment generating activities. Find out, make the jobs, create the job. Just like when you need something, you invent it. Invent your job. You're doing it anyway for no pay. There are heroes doing this anyway. There are experts that are ethical, that are coming forward and doing the best they can for no money. All right, everybody's risking going into the poorhouse. All right, sidestep all that nonsense about you're not worthy of getting paid anything and you're supposed to live under a bridge and be homeless and have everything turned out. Just forget all that. What you're doing is heroic. What you're doing has value, and you need to be preserved. If salaries were paid to these community leaders in the trenches that are already new civil rights heroes, and these experts, if they were paid and the money was there for the services to get these expert reports, we wouldn't have to worry about dismantling people-eating machines. But we don't want to keep just throwing rocks at a people-eating machine and don't have something viable to replace it with. We need to raise quality of life. U.S. citizens control public docket database, heading 9. The predatory activists, people who call themselves activists, I should say, scammers and con artists who target federal crime victims identified. And those will pretty much be on the list of the people at my page at Higher Lyrics. Solutions to troubleshoot defamation. Administrative solutions, defamations, HTML. How you can troubleshoot all of that. And so you have to sometimes publish that you're not involved with certain people. The federal crime victim voter statement. If one of us should fall, or 10 of us should fall, or 100 of us should fall, we will have a community needs powered, personality independent mechanism in place which will automatically trigger the rescue of children of all ages injured by official corruption, fraud, civil rights crimes. I always thank former Senator Nancy Schaefer, and I want to add Rosa Parks today too. God bless everyone. I love you so much, Ezekiel and Ariel, and you are going to know the truth one day. I love you so much.